The first is the ongoing realignment of the populist left. My prediction is that in the wake of Donald Trump, it's actually going to be the progressive left that ascends the most in influence. But it will be that faction of the left whose primary concern is class politics. Obviously, the ultra-progressive left has dominated the culture through wokeism, but this has almost certainly run its course, and I am seeing a very clear pattern amongst leftist thought leaders actively disabusing the left of its woke identity politics problem.
People get incredibly upset when you say that.
You couldn't dream of a better left for the capitalist class than this. So this was, in one way, you could say an abandonment of radical scholarship. If by radical we mean what it's always meant, which is you go to the root of things, and the root of modern society is capitalism. That generation of the left had itself degenerated morally and intellectually to essentially now shifting towards various forms of identity politics.
And I think that it breaks down our collective power. And the thing that I'm looking at is the rise of identity politics as part of why that's the case.
All of the vibes point to a shift away from the obsession with race and gender and making straight white males out to be the enemy, and instead celebrating, for better or worse, active resistance against concentrated wealth.
And we need something more than shouting. We need to do something constructive to anchor our hopes. A new acronym for a new age. It's not MAGA. It's something more like Make America Not Governed in Obviously Negative. Abort! I'm kidding. No vigilantes, but do something.
None of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people when they are at their most vulnerable, after we've all given them our money every fucking month, and now we finally need you, and all you do is deny us. And then these pussies and all of these things are taking the pictures of their CEOs off their websites. You know, I got to be honest with you, okay? I love that fucking CEOs are fucking afraid right now. You should be.
To the degree that the left can return to a class politics focus, it's going to empower them because it's addressing a real issue. Wealth inequality in the age of techno-feudalism is an issue that everyone except for the most ideologically possessed libertarians agree is a very real and very dangerous problem.
The relationship between income inequality and male homicide is like 0.75. It just covers all of it, which is to say that everywhere that everyone's poor, there's no male homicide. And everywhere that everyone's rich, there's no male homicide. But places where there's poor people and rich people, the male homicide rate goes way the hell up, right? Especially if it's a steep distribution, because the men at the bottom think, somebody has a lot more than me, and that's not very fair. I'm going to do something about that. And that usually means killing other men. And so it's unbelievably powerful relationship. That's a useful thing to keep squirreled away in your imagination. Poverty does not cause crime. Relative poverty causes crime. That is a completely different thing.